Hey, what's going on, guys? Archer Mark here, and I'm back with another action figure review. And once again, I have another G.I. Joe figure for you from the G.I. Joe Retaliation line. This is Wave 3.5, and this is the Snake Eyes figure. There was Ultimate Roadblock and there was Ultimate Storm Shadow. This is, I believe, meant to be Ultimate Snake Eyes, even though it doesn't say so on the packaging. It's a great figure, getting more patterned after his look in the comic and the cartoon as opposed to the live action movie. But a great figure. One minor flaw, but we'll get into that in a moment. First, let's look at the packaging. And your standard G.I. Joe Retaliation movie packaging with Roadblock and Snake Eyes there. G.I. Joe Retaliation logo. We go down here, we have an image of the figure. And this includes Timber the Wolf. There's the character name Snake Eyes. See, it doesn't say Ultimate. But I believe that that's what this is meant to be. Ages 4 and up. Hasbro. Warning choking hazard. And we flip it around. Up here, we have a bio for Snake Eyes. Ninja Commando of the G.I. Joe team. If you want to read this bio in full, you can pause the video. I'll leave it there for a moment. Hopefully you can read that pretty well. And down here are some other figures you can get. The Dark Ninja and Cobra Combat Ninja, Conrad Duke Hauser, Firefly, Joe Colton. Here we have some other images of the figure with some of his accessories, some of the various poses you can get him in. Okay, and go down here, Hasbro logo, Paramount logo. Okay. Alright, that's the packaging. Now on to the figure. We got a great figure. Again, patterned more after his look in the cartoon and the comic, as opposed to the movie. There are plenty of movie-accurate figures or movie-styled figures, so you can pick those up. But this is a great figure. It's easily one of my favorite characters. It's one of the most popular characters ever in G.I. Joe. And lots of great paint and details. Mostly trademark black outfit. Does have some gray straps on his arms and his belt. And the sheaths and holsters. And these pieces on his ankle. And then you have sculpted here on the strap 3 light green grenades, so that's nice. Again, very simple, very basic, being it's basic black, so not too much detail. It's hard to get detail with characters that are overly black in color. So, but they did get some detail, like on the outfit. They still managed to get that in. Maybe hard to see with certain spots, but it's there. It's really well done. Okay, and we'll show you. Let's get a look at the helmet. See, you got the visor, but then you can see the little details. We'll get a little closer there. Little more detail on the helmet or mask. So just close up, you could see that detail there. Okay, run down the articulation. Again, really great for these modern G.I. Joe figures. Ball jointed neck, ball and shoulders, ball and elbows. There's a ball jointed torso, which is great. There's swivels on the wrists and hinge joints, so that's great. Even more posability. You have the standard in and out and forward and backwards hinge joint. The G.I. Joe joint, as I like to refer to it. Double hinge on the knees. You have hinges on the ankles, and you also have like a rocker joint there. So really well done. Tons of articulation, and again, with a character like this, a character that's a ninja, you want so much articulation. But here comes the one fault Sometimes a little too much articulation on the ankles, and this may be just my figure, but maybe it's something to look out for. The joints on the ankles are kind of loose, and it makes him hard to stand up, even with the figure stand. He's going pretty good right now, but they're just very loose on mine. So maybe just mine. Not sure. So that's something can be said for a lot of articulation, but sometimes there is such a thing, I think, as too much articulation. But that's me. But great figure. Comes with a bunch of accessories. Not as much as some other G.I. Joe figures come with, but he does have some good accessories. He has this one machine gun here. It's nicely sculpted. Holds it very well in his hand. Okay. He comes with two of these little knives. One here. They're exactly the same, and one you can put on the sheath right there. So I just left that there. And then you have a holster which you can hose. You can hold this small pistol. Hopefully you're getting a good look at that. It's all basic black. There's no other paint, but he holds it well in his hand, and it fits well in the holster. The other, you have his ninja sword. Very cool. I like that it's not just a basic plain sword. It's more patent for him. It's not the same as, say, Storm Shadow or Jinx. You get that serrated edge there. I love the handle, the grip. It's a little different there. There's no actual sheath, but you can fit it on the back if you just kind of slide it in between this strap here. It'll hold. There's no actual sheath, like I said, but that'll hold pretty well. Then he has his very trademark Uzi, which he holds very well. You got the silencer there. All black, but it's well sculpted. You can see the details there. It's very well done. And then his other accessory, his last accessory, maybe one of the important ones, is his wolf Timber, which we see in the cartoon and in the comic, but much later. He's mostly all just white, a little bit of black there in the eyes, a little bit on the nose, but other than that, he's pretty much white. The head can move back and forth, so you do have that bit of articulation, which is nice. So that looks cool. So you can get some poses there. Other than that, that's all the articulation you get out of Timber. But overall, a great figure. Great articulation. Again, except for the one weak point, which is the ankles. But again, it may just be my figure. I just may have gotten a loose joint. But overall, still a great figure. I mean, it's Snake Eyes, guys. You have to love Snake Eyes. And it's just, he just looks amazing. Definitely recommended. Figure, again, because he's so popular, he's going to be a little tougher to find. But go around, do some searching. Don't, look for a good deal. Don't pay the crazy prices that this figure can go for on some of these sites. Look for a good deal. Be a little patient, and I'm sure you'll be able to find them. Great figure, definitely recommended. And it's, if you don't have a good Snake Eyes, there have been so many Snake Eyes figures over the years. Some really good ones. If you don't have a good one in your collection, this is one to go for. He's got all the accessories that you need. Great articulation. You got your little wolf friend. And definitely recommend. I can't recommend him enough. So there you go. This is G.I. Joe Retaliation Wave 3.5 Snake Eyes figure. Hope you enjoyed this review. As usual, comment, rate, subscribe. And until my next video, so long, and thanks for watching. Yo Joe.